Welcome to Season 5 of the PPL. This is our draft analysis slash Week 1 team builder. I'll put a time of whatever time the Week 1 team builder starts, so if you want to skip to that. But I would like to first go over our team. To get into it, this season of PPL is absolutely massive. There are 28 teams, 2 different divisions, which is absolutely insane. The most amount of coaches I've seen in a league. Luckily, with the 2 divisions, they did split the draft pool into the 2 divisions. So if you do see someone's draft analysis and you go, hey, I've already seen this person draft this mod, it's probably because we're in 2 separate divisions. And I like it this way. Not too weak of teams, and I do really like the team that we have drafted. So let's go into our draft analysis. Starting it off, the first mon I drafted in the draft. I was a little bit... Let me pull up the Season 5 docs. The fan doc will be down in the description if you do want to see that. I was draft number 1, 2, 3, 4, pick number 5. And 2 of the mons I was interested in were gone. This season, a lot of the higher end mons were banned. So like Iron Valiant, Dragapult, completely banned. Some of the Terras have been increased, so there are a possibility of stronger Terras. It looks like, but that is to note. I really have wanted to play with Iron Valiant for so long. Every single time, I don't get lucky or it gets drafted before me, but this time it is out. Meowscarada got drafted pick 1. It was a mon I was interested in. I've used it a little bit, and I have liked it a little bit. Great Tusk, pick number 2. Another mon that I was like, hey, if this mon drops, I would like to see it. The next 2 mons, I wasn't personally super interested in using them. Raging Bolt, Darkrai, and then it got into our pick, which it looks like this is tied for the 3rd most expensive pick. I've seen a lot of people use this mon well. It's got a lot of versatility in how to play it. It is Terapagos. This mon is very, very... It's got some really solid bulk. It's got some really solid offensive. Its ability is absolutely insane. Terra Shell basically taking a free resisted hit, either to set up or to like Toxic Stall. If I get some leftovers recovery too, at any time I'm at full HP, Terra Shell will activate. So a very massive ability that I can abuse multiple times in one single battle. If I want to play more defensive with Toxic Stall, if I want to play more offensive with like Calm Mind, Terra Starstorm, Rock Polish to boost my speed, this mon is a decent Rapid Spinner. In my opinion, I wouldn't want to run Rapid Spin on this every single week, but being able to Rapid Spin with heavy duty boots on, get a plus in speed, and then set up sweep is something to put note in. It does have some solid potential there. It's physical, so it's not going to be doing much damage, but it is stab. But that was our first pick. I really want to build something around this. And with a special solid bulk all around Calm Mind, like setup sweeper, it's something I wanted to put the draft around and start building around. Now, the second pick in the draft, we had to wait a little bit. I didn't completely go that way in entirely, but I went with a mon that I've also really wanted to use in every single draft league that I've been a part of. This mon just seems so disgusting. I drafted my Terra captain with our second pick, and that being Hydrapple. This mon is gross. It's a regenerator user, which I do. After using regenerator in the PBA, I really want at least one regenerator mon to be able to take a hit, swap out, and still be at full HP. This mon is really, really good. It's got 120 base special attack. It's very, very good bulk. 110 defense, 106 HP. You slap an Assault Vest on this thing, and you got some decent special bulk with 80 base special defense. But you don't also have to only play this defensively, like Assault Vest. Like, even with Assault Vest, you can go super, super, super offensive. But I have seen people run like a nasty plot variant of this to set up and then just sweep with this thing. It's going to tank hits with how bulky this thing is. It's weak to ice. I know it's got a lot of weaknesses, But with it being a Terra captain, we do have the ability to Terra it out of any single weakness. Terra Steel is really good, but I already know at this point of making this video, there are more options to go Terra-wise. And I like its move. Fickle Beam being 80 base power just straight up, but then also having a chance to just double randomly is insane. Like, there's no drawback on clicking this move. Like, what, Dragon Pulse? Oops. I don't need to bookmark that. Dragon Pulse is 85 base power, so it's slightly weaker than Dragon Pulse most of the time. Or I think it's 50-50. No, it's 30% chance. Okay, 70% chance to be weaker than Dragon Pulse, but then 30% of the time it's just going to do 160 base damage, and it's not going to hurt like Draco Meteor that can miss and lower your special attack by 2 stages. It's an insane move. You also have Giga Drain to heal back up. You've got Earth coverage, like Earth Power, Energy Ball, like Hydro Pump. That's an absolutely wild move to give to this Mon. Terra Blast, obviously, and just Pollen Puff, Infestation. Yeah, I'm excited to use this Mon. I've been wanting to use this Mon for a while, and here it is. That leads to our third Mon we drafted. Like I said earlier, I did not like Terapagos being my main like hazard removal because I don't think I want to run that set every single time. So with our next pick, I drafted something physically offensive, something pretty fast to counter like our kind of slower Mons. Terapagos is 85 base speed, Hydrapple's super slow. I went with Cinderace. It is helping fill out our Fire, Grass, Water core. This Mon is decently fast. 119 base speed is pretty fast in general, especially with a lot of the faster Mons like Iron Valiant, Spectrier, Dragapult all being banned. This Mon is one of the faster Mons. We also have the Libero ability. I know it's not as good as it has been in the past, but still being able to be that fast and change your type immediately, I think is pretty massive. And I did say it is a lot, I don't know about a lot better, but it is a hazard removal with court change, which I can let my opponent set up all these hazards, slap on a heavy duty boots, court change it back over to them, and now they're stuck with the hazards that they put up on me. I think that's really fun. I think that's pretty cool. It's a Mon I'm very excited to use. And like also Pyro Ball, how much? That's 120 base damage with a 10% burn chance. It's a strong move. It's a strong move. Our fourth Mon we are going, I did go special again, but I will say this Mon does not have to only be ran specially. It's another decently fast Mon, 106 base speed. I am bringing Enamorus onto the team. It's a fairy type. Fairy types are really good. Every single team probably needs a fairy type. And I said it doesn't only have to be run specially because of its ability Contrary being absolutely insane. Contrary, what is it? Superpower. Buff up my attack and defense, and then honestly just sweep with this thing is a huge potential thing. 115 base attack is really not that bad. I'm excited to use it. I've seen people sweep with this thing. Will we see an Enamorus sweep with this thing? Possibly. Our fifth Mon we drafted, I went back offensive. I went back bulk. This Mon is another potential setup Mon. I think we got quite a few setup Mons in this draft, but it can be used in many ways. It is another Stealth Rocker on our team. Terapagos can also learn Stealth Rock, I'm pretty sure. We are drafting Metagross. I don't know if I've had a Psychic type Mon in any of the drafts I've been a part of, but it's a Steel type Mon, and Steel is massive with Fairy being such a good type, Dragon being such a good type. Let me resist both of them and fire off super effective damage with one of them. Metagross, 135 base attack, absolutely wild. 130 base defense. In my opinion, that's pretty good. It doesn't have the special bulk, but like I can have other Mons that can do that thing. It's got Stealth Rock. It can set up with like agility, weakness policy. It's got Bullet Punch for priority. Revenge kill something that's pretty low. Overall, it's a Mon that I think is really fun, and I'm excited to bring this is a mon that I kind of want to bring like weirder sets with, kind of like what we did with Salamence, but I'm thinking even weirder. That is our mon. The next mon we drafted in the draft is Manaphy. I wanted a bulky-ish water type. It also does have some pivoting options with flip turn. This mon can take a hit. It does complete our fire, water, grass core that we were looking for. And like I said, we have a bunch of setup sweepers. This mon can learn Tail Glow and then just absolutely go wild. 100 base speed, pretty solid. It's 100 around the board. Like, overall, this mon is really good. And I was recommended to drafting it by Zachmander. Dude loves Manaphy. He said draft it, it's great, so I drafted it. That leads into our next mon of the draft. It is another Stealth Rock user, but another setup sweeper. We have Crocodile, which I've liked Crocodile as a mon for the longest of time, and both of its main abilities are really good. You got Intimidate, which I can always send in and lower our opponent's physical attack, or I've got Moxie, and I can set up sweep with this thing. This thing gets some pretty cool moves, like what? Scale Shot? Yeah, it does gain Scale Shot. I Scale Shot, knock out a Pokemon, my speed is boosted, and then I can just sweep with it with Moxie. Like I said, it gets Stealth Rock. It's got a lot of good coverage, fighting coverage, dark coverage, ground coverage. A ground type is always nice in case my opponent has a very solid electric type attacker, because electric types are good. And that leads into my next pick of the draft, another Terra Captain of ours. I picked up Jolteon. My team was kind of slow, in my opinion. There wasn't anything like super fast on this team. Like Cinderace being 119, being the fastest, is a little lower than you would like. So I wanted a mon that was super fast. It's got really solid special attack with 110. Good ability in Volt Absorb, so I can absorb electric moves. And then just like I said, strong electric offensive. I really like a strong not physical. I really like a strong electric attacker, and Jolteon fits that role. Jolteon's biggest weakness is its coverage, which it's our Terra Captain. Terra Ice, bop, destroy those grass types, and then just any sort of Terra. Terra Fairy can be pretty decent. It does have Alluring Voice, but if I want to boost that up with a stab, that's always an option. And then I'm going to talk about these two mons together because I just love them together so much. The next two mons we drafted were Blissey and our team mascot, Weezing. I like having a defensive core on my team. I really like having a super strong specially defensive wall, and I like having a really super strong physically defensive wall. And together, these mons kind of do it for me. Like, Blissey comes out, super special wall. What is it weak to? Fighting. Weezing can come out, super physical wall. Last season in the PPL, when I got these two together, Weezing was already on the team, but I picked up Blissey in free agency. When I got these two together, a lot of things started clicking for me, and together they really helped me play Draft League better, and I'm hoping to do the same with them together this season. We were pretty low on points at this point. I did draft like super top heavy, so I think I had like 1 point left in this. Let's see. Yeah, I had 1 point left with two mons that I could pick up. I didn't have to pick up either of these mons, but I could pick up. So I was kind of just looking for value in the 1 point range, and I found a mon that I've seen people use decently as a cheap mon. It does help our little bit of, like, we don't have too much in the hazard department. We have Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes, but we don't have regular spikes. So the mon I picked up with our 11th pick was Quilladin. Super cheap 1 point mon. Slap an Eviolite on this thing, and it's got decent bulk. And then I can just set up spikes with it. It's not a mon that I think I can do a lot of damage with, but it's a mon that if I think hazards beat my opponent, it could pop up on the team, set up spikes, and do its job. And that also kind of leads to our last mon, another hazard mon. I had 0 points, so we weren't getting anything crazy with this mon. But I saw it down at the bottom, and I was like, you know, let's put a focus sash on this thing and set up sticky webs. We picked up Tarantula, an amazing shiny. This shiny is absolutely perfect. And like I said, it gets sticky webs. We can set up sticky webs and just focus sash it, live a hit, sticky webs, die, and then we have speed for the rest of the match. But that is our draft analysis of our full team. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm liking the team. I think there are a few parts that I need to work and learn as a player, being still fairly new to Draft League, to be able to use this team at full potential. But I do really, really like this team. And that is leading us to our team builder part of this video. What did I bring against our opponent? OG Albina. Yeah, OG Albina and the Golden State Gallades. Super strong player, super strong team. I am very excited. Let me talk about their team first. Cannot forget about that. They were the first pick of the draft. And like I said, Meowscarada went first. This team is very, very scary. Meowscarada got picked first. This mon can scarf itself and just do a bunch of damage. It's got its own version. It's got Protean. It's got Protean, where it can just set up, pulling up our prep doc. It can set up spikes, change its typing, and just do overall annoying things. Matchup. There we go. There we go. Their next mon was Mew, which is a mon that I've wanted to draft in the past. It seems very cool having a lot of moves as options, but I've never had the chance to draft it. It just, the value of it seems a little weird, but Mew is their Terra captain, so they're going to get extra value being able to change types and freely set up, honestly. Overall, solid mon, 100 down the board just like Manaphy. It can do a lot of things. Their third mon they drafted another Terra captain. This is an annoying tanky mon, Gliscor. Poison Heal Toxic Orb just kind of does solid things. This mon can sit on the field, throw off its own Toxic, and just live. Their fourth mon is Tinkaton. I've seen this mon do a lot of damage. It's got Stealth Rocks as an option, and Gigaton Hammer, even with Tinkaton's lower attack, just does big damage. Their fifth mon is Tentacruel. It can get rid of my Toxic Spikes if I bring it this week. It's got Rapid Spin, so we can get rid of anything. And just Water type, pretty solid. Their next mon they drafted is Latios, a possible setup sweeper, but at the same time, this mon can just Scarf or Specs and just do big things. Very scary mon. Draco Meteor is going to do a bunch of damage. It does not matter. Their next mon is Sableye. Prankster mon, I've never faced this mon in Draft League, so I don't necessarily know how it does in Draft League, but I know in VGC this mon is very, very annoying. Their next mon, another personal favorite of mine, also a mon we've seen some action in VGC, is Volcarona. This thing can do a lot of things. It can set up with Quiver Dance. It can get special attack boost with Fury Dance. Like this mon, even though it is super weak to rock, it tanks a lot of things surprisingly well. Their next mon they have is Raikou. Basically kind of similar to our Jolteon, just a little bit slower and does not have Terra option, but it does have some more coverage moves. Their next mon, which I'm going to have to pull up the actual doc instead of my prep doc for their final mon, is Mienshao. Another regenerator, that's their only regenerator mon, but a regenerator Pokemon. It's not super tanky, but it does have some good offensive abilities. I like Mienshao. It's fast, it's strong, it can do a lot of things. And their last mon that they drafted was Bagon. I don't think we'll see that. I think that's just a fun little mascot-y mon sitting there. But that's their team. What did I bring to counter said team? Starting it off, I went Jolteon. This mon just seems really, really good to a lot of the mons that we've seen here. I went Specs. It is our Terra captain, so I went Terra Ice. That way, if Gliscor does not Terra, we got a free Terra Blast. But Specs, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Terra Blast, Volt Switch. Just a lot of coverage. Shadow Ball to take down Mew. Shadow Ball to take down Latios. Shadow Ball to do neutral damage, I guess, to Sableye. Thunderbolt's going to just do big damage to a lot of things other than what? Gliscor. Meowscarada's not super bulky, so I don't think it's going to be taking a lot of these. Latios, I guess, and Raikou, but still, Specs max special attack damage, I promise you, is going to do a lot. And then we have Volt Switch. Solid Mon, I think it will do pretty well in this fight. Our next Mon we are rocking is Enamorous with the Choice Scarf. I want this Mon to be fast. I want it to be faster than Meowscarada if Meowscarada's not Scarf. And I'm bringing like quite a bit of coverage. Moonblast just for big damage on the fairy stuff. It's going to do a lot of damage to Sableye, to Mienshao, to Meowscarada. I have Mystical Fire for Meowscarada if in case it swaps in. Tinkaton. And it should do decent damage against Volcarona as well. And then our last move we have is Earth Power, which kind of helps with a lot of coverage. Tinkaton, Tentacruel, Raikou. Overall, pretty solid. And in the last slot, I put Healing Wish. It is Scarf. If we think that another one of our weaker Mons kind of fits the role of finishing the fight later into the fight, we can Healing Wish, get rid of Enamorous, and fully heal something that may have a status or might be super weak, and just do some solid damage. Our next Mon, I am bringing a bulky Cinderace with the heavy-duty boots. Super bulky, 224 HP investment, but I do still need some speed investment. We got Pyro Ball, we got U-Turn, gonna do a lot of damage to a lot of the team other than, like, Tentacruel. Yeah, like, those two Mons does a lot to everything but Tentacruel. Court Change, because there are a lot of hazards. Gliscor can set up Stealth Rocks. Tinkaton can set up Stealth Rocks. Tentacruel can set up Toxic Spikes. Meowscarada can just set up Spikes. We've got that. And our last move is Will-O-Wisp. There's a lot of physical attackers on this team. If we can get off a Willow and cripple them, we're doing good. Our fourth Mon we are bringing to the fight is our Hydrapple. I'm not running AV this time. I am running Leftovers. Regenerator, obviously. Terra Steel should be really solid against everything but Volcarona. But in general, I'm not leaving Hydrapple in against Volcarona, even if we Terra or not. We're rocking Fickle Beam. Hopefully this thing pops off big 160 damage a bunch. Giga Drain to heal back up. Infestation, I think, can be really fun. If I can trap something that doesn't want to be locked in here with Infestation and just chip away big damage, it can be super cool. And then Nasty Plot in case we do want to set up. +2 special attack and then Fickle Beam. That's going to do massive damage. Our next fifth Mon we are bringing. I am bringing our Rapid Spinner. In case Court Change Cinderace does not work out, I want Rapid Spin. This team has so much hazards that I don't want to be in taking it. We're rocking max special attack, max speed, modest nature, heavy duty boots with the Terra Star Storm just to do big damage against a lot of things. Ice Beam, it's got quite a few Mons weak to ice, and then Earth Power, quite a few Mons weak to ground coverage, and then Rapid Spin. Clear those hazards, get faster, and then just do big damage with our moves. And then our last Mon we are bringing, which this team builder is being done after the fight, so I am going to note this, is our Metagross. I was adjusting the stats before the fight, and we are missing like 80 points of EVs. Whether it matters in this fight, you'll have to go and watch the video over on the main channel. I just thought I should note it because you'll see in the picture that it's like, hey, that does not look like it's fully invested. It's not. We're rocking weakness policy. This Mon is going to be something fun. 248 HP, 116 defense, and 56 speed. The last bit of stats would have been an attack if we had them. A little upset about that because this Mon could have like absolutely swept if it had those stuff. Meteor Mash, that can give us a physical attack boost. Psychic Fangs just for coverage, should do big things against Mienshao, Tentacruel, and overall, it's stab. And then Rock Tomb for some speed adjustments. And then also, it's for Volcarona. Volcarona kind of scares me. And then lastly, agility. If we can get an agility and a weakness policy boost in the same turn, this Mon can just sweep. But that is our team. Go check out the main channel for the main video to see exactly how this battle went down. Let me know what you guys think about having the team builder over here. And let's get this channel some subscribers. So like and subscribe if you want to see all of our draft content. Stay over here and want to see overall more draft content. But that should do it for the team builder and draft analysis. Let me know what you guys think down below. Until next week, everyone. Peace.